Okay, we're live. We are recording. And here we go.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Show with
Andy Brant Bernard.
And Kristyn Burtt.
Catherine's not here today. I saw her leaving with a golf club, so apparently she's got a golf lesson. I don't know, but Andy, I will tell you something. Well, first of all, Catherine is like 5'10", and what does she weigh? About 120, 125, something like that?
Wouldn't even try to guess.
I mean, she's long and lean. She's very tall and very thin. Well, not very thin, but thin. She can play golf. If she actually tried, she'd be a very good golfer. Without even trying, she can shoot in the 90s, the high 80s. I mean, that's pretty damn good for somebody who doesn't play a lot of golf.
Yeah, that's impressive. I am not a golfer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Kristyn Burtt, what are you doing?
Top of the morning. Top of the morning to y'all. Yeah, no. I am joining you guys and then leaving you guys early because I have it's Hallmark Christmas time. It's countdown to Christmas.
Absolutely.
And I spent all day yesterday watching a whole bunch of Christmas movies so that by the time you all see them, I will be done with Christmas.
Do you have a favorite one? I mean, there's got to be some serious ones and some comedy ones, obviously.
Well, I can't talk too much about them, but one of the ones that I saw was actually a delight. Well, I can at least talk about the storyline a little bit, but it is A Sweet Life for Christmas, and it kind of plays off of, Eloise at the Plaza in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. It kind of plays off of that. They've got a character like Cordelia at the Grand Fairbanks Hotel, so they kind of play off of that type of storyline. But it's a romance that does flashbacks back and forth to an old wartime romance into the present. And it's actually very delightful. I kind of like the flashback aspect of it.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad we're on this kind of subject because he did a couple of Christmas movies. What's the name of that little blonde kid that was so good in the Christmas movie?
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Oh, he is out and about. His wife is actually the one who is working the most in the family. Brenda Song is who he is married to. She's in Running Point, which was the Kate Hudson Lakers drama that played out on Netflix. You might have seen that. And his wife was also in The Last Showgirl. But he's basically being a house husband because he can afford it. He got his fortunes back. But every once in a while he'll come out and do a project and it's on his terms because his whole childhood career was not on his terms.
Right. Makes sense.
He's never spoken to his dad again.
Really?
Yeah.
His own father?
They had a court case, and that was that.
So he and I have that in common. Magnificent.
And his brother, Kieran Culkin, works a lot, so, has won an Oscar and has won an Emmy and...
What is his great line when he was about maybe 9 years old or something, and he walks in, there's some guy broke, what's his name? God, I can't think of anybody's name this morning.
Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern,
Joe
you can get
Pesci.
home, because I'm just
He gets home and calls all, are you thirsty for more? Remember what he said?
Oh, are you thinking, you filthy bastards or something like that? He does the whole,
He says something about, being thirsty for more. Have you had enough yet, or are you thirsty for more?
Are you thirsty for more? And he's like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, pal.
I mean, it's amazing because he was so good at such a young age, but also the fact that he hosted Saturday Night Live at that age is really incredible.
Yeah.
But again, it came with a lot of abuse and a lot of turmoil in his childhood. They were, he comes from a large family. They were all living in a very small studio. And it was up to Macaulay to basically support that entire family.
Oh, God.
It was really difficult.
So what's Dad got going and Mom got going?
The kids all talk to their mom. They do not talk to their dad. And I believe their mom is either remarried or she's got a long-term partnership and much happier. But she was kind of also in an abusive situation in that marriage.
See, Toots never did have anyone after my dad was hauled off and then he died. Although he was hauled off about 5 different times, so I should probably be more accurate with that.
No, but she went through it and she probably was like, this is my time after all that, after all she went through.
No doubt about it. She was a piece of work. Well, again, that's the situation. That's why my family to this day, I adore my son, my daughter, our grandkids, all the rest of it, and that's because of exactly that. What happened, when the old man goes off the deep end and is acting like an absolute psychopath. I made up my mind right then. I've talked about this before. I made up my mind. That's not going to happen in my household. When I get married, Kath and I have been together for 44 years.
It's amazing.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It's incredible.
And she's only 45, so no.
No, don't be weird.
Yeah, don't be weird.
Don't be weird, Tom.
But it is weird looking at her, and I don't even know what. She doesn't look anywhere near her age. She's one of those.
Forever
Probably you
youthful.
are. I'm thinking,
Forever youthful.
A lot of people don't know this, but Kristyn's 102 years old.
I am 102. I'm a vampire.
You look, I'm a vampire. So, what did Catherine and I watch last night? It's a Scottish drama. Oh my God, does that thing get weird?
What was it on?
Oh, I was trying to think. She found it, and she was already teeing it up as I walked into the room, so I don't know for sure, but it's a very good drama. It's about a couple of murders and then a kid. The last episode, the guy climbing up on the cliff to try to help a kid who wants to jump in the ocean and kill himself. Well, of course, the guy that tries to help him goes in with him. So I don't know how that comes out. That was the very last scene of the show.
Oh.
But, man, I really do like the fact that we've got Irish shows and we've got Scottish shows and English shows, and they've got all our shows. I think that's good for culture to do that.
It is good, and Netflix has done a great job of really cultivating shows from other countries or bringing in talent from other countries that for years we did not have access to. I mean, Netflix, especially when it comes to Korea, and even if you're not watching the Korean dramas and sitcoms and things like that, they are strong titles for, especially for Gen Z, they love watching.
That's the ticket. Oh, by the way, I've just gotten a few messages asking. Frank Caliendo's not going to be on right at the end of the show. We're going to take about a 10-minute break and then go back to him. But he is going to be on today, but there'll be about a 10-minute break. We're not on, right, Andy?
It would be easier.
Or should we just
keep going?
Well, we can just keep going. If you wanted to, we can just keep going, too. That's fine.
With live video, a break would take 10 minutes just to spin down and then spin back up. So
I suppose that is true.
Yeah.
So never mind, another bop idea out the window. Typical.
Just throw it away.
Just throw it away. Dad came up with it, so get rid of it. It's that kind of deal.
He's like, well, power down, and Andy's like, nope, that's not going to happen.
Tyre disagrees with you on Frankenstein. So
he liked it?
Democracy says Frankenstein good.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
Both his daughter and him thought it was really good.
You know what I would like to do? I would like to sit down with people. These are, I've known these people for a long time. They're very friendly. We are kind of friendly to one another, and that's all great. So they saw a different view of a movie I hated. They loved it. Does that mean I should attack them and try to ruin their lives like politicians do?
Probably.
Or like Dancing with the Stars, because that's what the fan base is doing. It's very strange. Yeah, this is so crazy, and this makes me think of Frankenstein. Of like, yeah, hey, we can have different opinions, and like one person can love a movie, one person can't,
right?
Or doesn't, And it's the Dancing with the Stars fan base is eating itself this year. The show has gotten so popular because it's become that water cooler on TikTok type of discussion, and the fan base is eating itself. Like Andy Richter. We all know Andy Richter from Conan O'Brien's show, comedian, obviously not going to be a good dancer. You kind of know what you're going to get, but he's delightful.
That's true.
You know he's not going to be any of these younger females who have had 20 years of dance training and come on and do the show. But people really enjoy him because he just brings happiness. He's just out there and he's trying and he's being a good sport about it. But other people that are like dance purists are like, he doesn't deserve to be on the show. He can't dance because he just stomps around. Oh, God. And so it becomes like, can't you just enjoy it for what it is?
Right.
Or if you don't like him, you can just shut your mouth and vote for your candidate that you love. But it reminds me of politics, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what has happened in politics and in our society has bled over to Dancing with the Stars, and people are attacking each other in the comments, and it's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
They're ruining people's lives because of politics.
They're ruining contestants' time on the show.
Yeah,
Isn't that
yep.
crazy? Margaret Bowen was just asking, how is Elaine Hendricks? She went to the hospital. She has a rib injury. She is cleared to dance next week, so she will be back. But she didn't dance last night. They judged her off of her dress rehearsal, but she did stay in the competition. But
Yeah, I just really wish people would wake up and understand we have lived different lives. We're not going to think the exact same thing you are. It's just not how life works. I
I
understand why you need
watched
that.
someone's video yesterday, and they said the extremists, this is talking about politics, the extremists are ruining it for everyone instead of us all finding, you don't have to think alike, but finding more common ground somewhere like here instead of way out here.
Right.
Because right now, if we're looking at what's happening with like the government shutdown, like why are air traffic controllers not being paid? And again, I'm not going to say like, oh, it's one side or the other. Everybody collectively, no matter what party, they should all be working to come together and find an agreement to
Yeah.
get the government back up and running. But why are our politicians getting paid? Why is Congress getting paid?
Yep.
And air traffic controllers are not? Or, I mean,
I know.
TSA, or I mean, just you name it, whatever it is, why aren't they getting paid? That, or SNAP benefits. You're going to let people go hungry November 1st? No, that's not right either.
No, I just don't know. Why did people get so incredibly mean? Not all people, but pockets of people. The extremists on both sides are mean as hell. I mean, ruining people's lives, not just harming them with some offhanded comment. They ruin people's lives just because they have different political views.
Right.
What
So-
is that?
I know that it just seems easier to be here and here, but we got to be somewhere. And I'm not saying,
Yep.
again, I'm not saying you have to have the same beliefs, but we got to be a little closer together in order to collectively
Yeah.
take care of each other.
I've witnessed this myself. There are family members that never talk to one another again as long as they live because of politics.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Really, really sad. It's really sad.
It's really sad. We have no control over it. There are millions and millions and millions of votes out of there, so one vote's not going to make any difference. Stop being so mean to one another. And again, like you said, here it's fine, but out here, boy, you can
Yeah,
forget
and I'm
about
talking like, I feel like
it. Oh,
we
it's
are
way out there.
way beyond this screen that you guys are seeing. That's where I feel like it is right now. And I'm not going to blame one side or the other. I'm going to say, all of y'all, get your butts to DC
Yeah.
and start working.
No,
Because
no,
you're
I
getting
agree.
paid. You're getting
Yep.
paid. So, and other people who are in charge of airport safety are
Yeah.
not getting paid. That sounds insane to me. Like that, my
No,
brain
you're
just,
right.
I don't know.
You're absolutely right. I just don't. Well, I mean, Andy can tell you this. There is not solid Democrats and not solid Republicans, but other political people have now for about, I would say, 20 years tried to ruin my life by lying about me. Why would you, even if you don't like the show, don't listen to it? You don't have to try to destroy my life, thereby destroying Catherine's and Andy's and Alex's. Why would you do something? I don't know of anyone I hate enough to try to hurt them in any way like that. That makes no sense.
They always say, isn't like the best form of revenge is the life well lived? You know,
Yes,
that's
that's
and if you
very true.
don't pay attention to the haters. And again, the competition, you are your own competition.
Yeah.
You worry about other people, guess what? Your own work suffers.
Well,
We've
I think-
all fallen prey to that at some
Yep,
point. And
yep.
you realize, oh, I'm sending so much energy this way direction when I could be focusing it on myself and actually
Mm-hmm. Yes.
just doing better.
No question about it. So yeah, I like Democrats. I like Republicans. I do not like people on the far left or right. I don't
like any politician. I don't
Well, that's a better way
I'm
to put
there.
it.
And then, this is, and Howard's absolutely right. Take away the politicians' pay and health care till they come to an agreement.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
is
Government
fair.
shutdowns, that should be law, is that if the government
Yep.
shut down, no politician, like
Right.
high up politician, gets paid. No federal, no one in Congress, no the president, vice president, none of them get anything.
Yeah, Howard's
Couldn't agree
right on
more.
that. That is
Yep.
that is fair, because
Indeed.
I don't want to see the average working class person go without a paycheck. That's crazy.
No, there's no question about that. I just, and wherever you go, it doesn't matter what city you're in, you're seeing people that are in dire need of help, And then there are people pretending to be in dire need of help, which really pisses me off. If you're 100% healthy and pretend to be, living under the van that parked out in the, you're harming people who actually are hurt by that kind of.
Well, and right now people are hurting. Like the food banks are saying, we are doing our best to ramp up. We're not sure we're going to have enough because in addition to a shutdown, you've got Amazon layoffs, Paramount layoffs, Disneyland just did layoffs. And these are a lot. A lot of people are going to have a hard holiday season, and it's heartbreaking to hear.
It absolutely is. And it's because the high-paid politicians that drive Rolls Royces and cars like that, they're taking in the money still while we get nothing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just, how did we ever let this happen?
I wish I knew, and I wish sometimes my brain, and you kind of spiral when you start thinking about this. You're like, how do we get out of all of this?
Yeah.
There's no party, there's no politician that is going to save us. Like collectively as a community, I say this as a community of Americans, how do we claw our way out of this?
I will tell you one thing that kind of surprised me. I know a lot of politicians, different, some Republicans, some Democrats, some whatever. Just having run into them and, having the highest rated show in America is going to do that, right? When I got fired from KQRS, not one of them ever called me. Not one. Isn't that amazing? I didn't have the power to drive their careers anymore, so they don't even bother.
But I also think that when you go through any crisis, whether it's like a death, an illness, a layoff, a firing, whatever it is, you learn who your friends are in that moment. And it's amazing to me, the people who aren't necessarily close to you, sometimes are the ones who step up and say, how can I help? Listen, I'm going to bring over a meal, or you know what, I've got a connection for you for a job, or anything like that. And oftentimes the ones closest to you are the biggest disappointments. And I think just like the last 15 months of what I went through with my legal battle, that was a struggle. I mean, I came here every morning and be like, hey, and there's some days that I was just like, I just want to go in a corner and stop. And it was amazing to me who kind of like surrounded me and those who just kind of ran away from the situation.
Right. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I mean, it's I don't understand it. Everything's about money now. It's money, 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 money. That's all that matters to people, I guess. Yeah, I know. I want you to live a nice life. I understand that. But why don't we try to work together to live a nice life so everybody lives a nice life?
Right. And food on the table, roof over your head.
Right. Right. And I don't really go... How many times have you heard me attack somebody about their politics on this show? Never.
You call me a commie all the time.
Well, you are a commie. That's totally different. That's not even politics. Well, we just went through. It's funny you mentioned that because you went through the big deal with Hitler, calling people Hitler. Now, when you sit down and look at what Hitler did, you really want to call a living human being Hitler?
No, I think the problem, but you do have anti-Semitism on the rise, and I think and I think that's probably where people just start naturally gravitating. I'm not saying that's right or anything,
right?
We do have to take a closer look at why anti-Semitism is on the rise, or why certain LGBT communities are being attacked, that type of thing. So,
if you're not like me, I hate you. Is that the whole idea here?
I mean, that doesn't sound right. I think
no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I think when people are slinging hate back and forth to each other, it creates a heated environment, a very heated environment.
Who said that one wonderful line? I just hate you and I hate your ass face.
I don't know, but sometimes we all feel like that.
Recognize that.
You do, don't you, Andy?
Yeah.
I hate you and I hate your ass face.
Oh, I was waiting for Guffman.
Waiting for Guffman.
Waiting
there
for Guffman. That's such a good movie.
Oh, God, it's wonderful. No question about it. All right, we only have 3 minutes left with you, so we got to use it wisely.
Use it wisely. I just was seeing, Margaret said, she's like, I've been laid off twice in my career. I've been laid off once myself. And I was like, if you have friends going through a layoff, just reach out, say sorry, let them know, where are you looking for, what sector of the job market are you looking? Because any connection helps. And I always appreciate it when people reached out. So
Just stay out of podcasting. It's too crowded. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you're telling everyone the neighborhood's full.
Yeah, that's right. The neighborhood's full. Sorry, you can't come in here. I don't know. But I'm glad. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad that we talk about this kind of thing, because you don't hear. Now, nobody on this show, not Andy, not you, not me, stepped up and said, well, no, I lean much more this way. And I'm pretty much dead center, because I've been through both. I've been a Democrat, I've been a Republican, and now I'm kind of just stuck between the two of them. And I don't mean stuck. I mean it in a good way. But these extremists, it's just psychotic how not, especially the people who film themselves crying.
I know.
You know
That's
what
weird.
else happened?
Super weird thing to do.
I mean, you know you're going to be on camera nationally, internationally, and so what you want to do is go the pity play and pretend.
I don't know.
cry.
I'm a crier though. Like sometimes I think
Yeah,
I'm fine,
I
and then I'll
understand
cry
that.
in the moment because I'm like, I've cried on this show, so.
I
Well,
understand that
just
completely.
like pull out your phone while you're crying and hit record. That's
No,
like
I don't do
sociopathic.
that. But I was like,
That's messed up.
but I was
It
like,
is,
I will
I
defend
agree.
people who are like me, who like all of a sudden think you're fine, and you're like, I'm fine, and then you start
like,
breaking out
yeah.
into tears.
In
Yeah,
an
I
interview, yeah, it's different.
I can't help myself. I'm just one of those. Like the tears
Yeah.
do not stop flowing if I'm feeling it in the moment.
Yep.
No question about it. But I just, so yeah, I think we've always delivered a message in this show. Just stop being such an extremist asshole.
Well,
Be the
again,
left
yeah.
good, the right good, but calm
Come together,
down.
because right now it's top to bottom, and that is actually the fight.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
the fight, and
Yep.
I hope more people are waking up to that, because I think if we can find a way together, it's going to be a lot better.
Oh, I would certainly hope so for my children and their children.
Yeah.
I hope it gets a lot better.
I hope so.
Once again, I deliver on the promise of getting Kristyn Burtt out on time.
I gotta
That's all
go
I
talk
ever
with
do.
some Hallmark hunks.
Pardon us, Andy. She's talking to hunks next.
I don't
Hallmark
think, I don't
hunks.
think
I
I'd be,
do.
I don't think I qualify for Hallmark. Sorry.
Tyler Hines, and Paul Campbell and Andrew Walker, because they've got the three wisest men. So they are some of
there you
Hallmark's
go.
biggest, hunkiest guys that they always put in their movies. So
Well, just have a wonderful time.
it will be a tough morning, I will tell you.
Oh, God, here we go. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, I will be here. Have a good one, you guys.
Thanks very much, you too. Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Before we go to break, Andy, I just want to, isn't it nice that you are in one state, I'm in another state, Kristyn's in the third state, there are two guys, different ages, then there's a woman. I mean, there's just no reason to get pissed off and scream at each other like they do on television. Why do they do that? Does that actually grab viewers?
Yes, grabs a lot of viewers.
You want to tune in and watch people just vomit up hatred.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I have no interest in that whatsoever. But it's hard to get away from, I will tell you that. When you tune in television, it's tough to get away from that hard line stuff, unfortunately.
Well, like I said, people watch it. That's why they do it.
That is true. All right, why don't we take a break? Be right back in just a couple minutes.
All right. Sounds good to me.
From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hand for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's take a second talking about my bank, North American Banking Company in Bilski. As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team offers tailored solutions. Whether you're expanding your team, opening a new location, or upgrading equipment, because their locally owned loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approvals, more flexibility to meet your needs. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabankco.com to learn more. I'm rocking out, man.
Thunderhead Harmony.
Thunderhead Harmony, that's the name of it?
Yep.
Where are they from?
They're from AI Music Generator.
Oh, I see.
We're still doing that thing. Honestly, it's like you get three songs per generation, and we use 3 songs per day. Just keep doing this forever.
Oh, that's a good idea. And
It'll be a new track every single time.
But you don't have to kick in any dough.
Well, I mean, we're paying, I think, $10 a month. So it's
okay. That's
yeah.
That's well worth it. No question about that. Yeah, I tell you what, she's busy and working all the rest of it, but I need to do this more often actually on the show after 13, 14, 15 years, whatever the hell it's been. But Kristyn Burtt's been with us for what, 10 years, 9 years?
No, she started the show almost immediately, so it's been 13.
13 years ago.
I think I can find. I've looked this up several times. I think she was like 46 or something like that. Let's see. Oh wow, her name shows up a whole lot in our Google Drive.
Oh, I bet it does. Yeah, I bet it does.
I don't know if I can even hope to find that early.
You don't need it. It's not that big a deal. I love working with her. She's just a pleasant person. She's always busy. Got stuff.
Here we go. It's 26. She was on with Dr. Bart Rossi.
26.
So yeah, she's like almost the very beginning. Probably about a month in.
Honest to God.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's wonderful. But yeah, I just love working with her. She's such a pleasant person. And
Dave, did you forget?
Oh, did Dave forget to call in?
Not call in.
Oh, we're supposed to come in?
I believe so.
Well, that's probably not until the top of the hour, though, you think?
Technically, you got 6 minutes.
He's got 6 minutes to
Maybe
make
he's driving and texting right now.
Is Jesse coming in with him?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that'd be great. I'd have those guys in for a half hour. It'd be magnificent. Yeah, they'll probably be here right at the top of the hour.
Someone's here.
See, look at that. You call out a name and all of a sudden it appears.
I saw a silhouette.
But yeah, while Andy's taking care of that and all the rest of it, I just want to make sure that people do know how much I do appreciate the people that are on this show. Of course, my entire family is, which we love. Sometimes even the grandkids once in a while. But, that's got a weird level to it, so we keep an eye on that. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew, especially on social media. I get, 1 or 2 comments, why don't you just go disappear? That's what they do to everybody. But 99% of you are just very, very pleasant to deal with is all I know. And I want to make sure, hey, after a career this long, you got to show some gratitude, don't you think? That would be kind of nice if people do. Who's that skinny pain in the ass that just showed up? Who's that now? I don't get it.
He's getting mic'd up as we speak.
You're micing up?
Micing up, baby. I probably yell loud enough to be heard.
Yeah, you probably don't want to yell loud enough to be
More
heard.
or less.
But, is Jesse coming in today? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, but he'll probably be 5 minutes. He doesn't know that we started early and.
Oh, that's
so
fine.
forth.
Yeah, that's no problem. But I like having you guys in.
Guessing Dave was across the highway, and that's why you could get here so quick.
Yeah, it is pretty close for me to just jump across the street.
So you're which one? You're
2.
2.
We got it.
Is it working?
It is working.
It is
There we
working. No question about it. What more could one ask for? But yeah, matter of fact, how did you and Jesse just get along? Is that how this developed?
I think so. I mean, we both kind of have a similar background with crazy people.
Yeah.
He was a cop and he is a psychiatrist. Psychologist.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
He gets a little bit more time to evaluate than I ever had, though.
Yeah. No. Oh, I understand that.
While they're in jail, you can just talk to them.
Yeah, we don't talk to people in jail.
No conversations.
We get them there, and then they take care of the rest of it.
There's none of that.
The Wild West, where it was just the one jail cell right next to your desk.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you fell asleep, they could fish the keys out of your pocket.
We didn't have a jail cell. We had a holding area, and that was it.
Andy Griffith had a jail cell.
Andy Griffith was way bigger than the city I work for. Come on.
That's probably true, yes. That's a good point. It's a very good point, as a matter of fact. But I just, it's nice to get different perspectives. We were just talking about that, and I think we try to do that on this show. That we don't take some extreme positions politically, like I like all of this side and none of the other. I like Democrats. I like Republicans. If you're one of extremists, I got no time for you because you're just trying to serve yourself and don't care about anybody else. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
I like Republicans. I like Democrats. Just don't be too extreme and hate somebody because they disagree with one thing you think.
I have a hard time hating anyone.
Well, exactly.
There's a few that I strongly dislike. Let's put it that way.
I got some of those. I got a few of those myself. Absolutely. That's probably a good thing. I would imagine it probably is anyway. But no, I watch television, the television news, and it doesn't matter who's on. It's just extreme left or extreme right. I just don't want to watch that stuff. How can we work together is the one. I know they're trying to grab a big audience of either Democrats or Republicans or extremists on the left or extremists on the right. It's all about everything. People understand everything now is about money. Everything.
Oh, yeah. It always has been.
Yeah, probably.
But I think that nowadays it's become the driving force for everyone.
No question about it. They're just, I just, like I said, I like Democrats, I like Republicans, but the extreme stuff. Is there any, as a police officer or Andy, as a guy, a college graduate, what the hell is it about people that drives them to get so angry they try to ruin someone's life? What is that?
College, I would say, happened to them.
College? You think that's what it is college?
A lot of them, yes.
I think a lot of the professors have a lot to do with that.
Yeah, you're probably right. It just makes no sense to me that you'd want somebody to harm. People are being killed and harmed. Look, I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. I talked to him a couple of times. He was never on the show. Seemed like a pleasant enough guy. Was he going to change the entire world with his beliefs? No. He's going to get his pocket of people like everybody else does. Yeah. Why was it necessary to kill him? I will never understand.
Because somebody thought that they were sent by God to do it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's what it is, really?
Oh, Tom, that's 3/4 of them.
They think that God told them to kill somebody.
Yep.
Okay. That's nice.
Yep.
It's a nice touch. It's gotten to the point, I got to be very honest with you. I just can't take the extreme positions anymore.
No, it's hard.
It's just you're way left or way right. It's like, shut up and leave me alone. Mm-hmm. We all have different lives. Calm down. Right?
Exactly.
Relax. Everything will be, here comes trouble. Here it is right there. Nothing but trouble.
There you go. What do you know, man? Put your mic on. I got yelled at. You
got Yeah. You got yelled at. I think this is going to have a cop. And are you a psychologist or a psychiatrist? Which one?
Neither one.
Neither one?
Psychotherapist, specifically a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm not turned on yet?
Yes. In the middle. Middle top.
Middle top.
An old middle-aged therapist who still doesn't know technology.
There it is.
There you go. Not a psychologist. I'm a psychotherapist and specifically a marriage and family therapist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, marriage and family. So what'd you call it? What was the third thing you said? You're the what psychologist?
Psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist. There you go.
I'm required to make sure I clarify that.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh. If I was a psychologist, I would have gone all the way through for the doctorate, which was the original plan.
Oh.
And then eventually my therapy mentor said, if you just want to be a therapist and you don't want to be called doctor all the time or do research, you don't have to go that route. So then I was like, okay, then I'll be a marriage and family therapist.
Plus, psychotherapist sounds like a Batman villain, so it's cool.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I like that title a lot better.
That is true. It sounds really good.
He's not a sane therapist. He's the psychotherapist.
No question.
Oh, I love it.
No question about it. But yeah, we're just trying to think things through. I wake up a lot earlier than Catherine, so I have like an hour or two to sit there and think about this, that, and the other thing. And I right now, I am not very comfortable with how pissed off and angry everybody is. I understand why you might be, but why do you have to take it out on the rest of the world? I don't understand that.
No, there's a lot of people who need a lot of help in this world.
Yeah.
And don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been one of those coming out of North Minneapolis. I had to go see a psychologist several times because I thought the world worked differently than it does. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I bet, and maybe Jesse could probably have a good opinion on this. I think we all carry some post-traumatic stress of some kind. It's just how we carry it, and do we act out on it or not? I mean, I worked in one of the easiest cities in the world as a cop, and I've still seen enough that I shudder sometimes.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. No question about that.
Yeah, and I like the statement about that. Like, this idea of, and I don't know what you guys were talking about when I came in, but I was thinking about that this week. I was thinking about, like, literally about whether, not everyone fits the criteria for PTSD.
Right.
But when we all live long enough, we are going to have enough of type of experiences that are going to at least be in that realm.
Right.
We have that type of stuff we can relate to. Things that scared us, things that disappointed us, things that made us feel like our safety was in danger.
Agree with
and
that
then
completely.
You don't know what to do with it, or you do, but it's an experiment. What do you do with it? Have you ever felt feelings of resentment when you think back on some of that stuff?
Not resentment. I guess personally for me, I've never felt resentment for anything. It's just like, dang, I wish I'd have done this one a little different or something. And then what the heck good is it going to do to sit there and ruminate on it and play it over and over and over? I had a partner who he would think about a traffic stop for a month after he made it. And I'm like,
really?
Oh, good God. You wrote the tag. You're fine. Oh, I could have got him for this, and this, and this. And I'm like, well, maybe you should pay attention next time.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Well, that's when we get all these expressions over time that comes from this stuff too, right? Like, you ever hear the one about don't let people have free rent in your head?
Yeah.
To me, that's a good one and that's where I tie in the psychology stuff, and that's how we can use mindfulness is I can do that if I'm going to be just like him, if I don't remind myself sometimes. Like that frustrating conversation I had with somebody where I felt like they weren't listening to me.
Right.
A week later, I can find on autopilot, I'm driving in my car, and there that is. And I'm replaying it in my head about how I could have gone, or like, why weren't they listening, or this or that. And you stop and you go, wait, free rent in my head. Okay. Yeah. Hold on a second. Think about
Get the hell out of there.
Absolutely. Now pivot and think about something else that makes you feel good. You can't go back in time. You can't change it. Put on a good tune.
No, I
agree with that. Do you think paying attention is a huge part of it?
Oh, God,
just paying attention to the world. Give you an example. Catherine and I were going out. We're going to play a little golf. Catherine and I play a lot of golf together. I love playing golf with her because a lot of people, when they play golf, they're really good at it and they get very intense about it. I'm not anywhere near good enough to get intense about playing golf, I'll tell you that. But this is a perfect example. Catherine and I are driving out, and we're laughing and joking and having a great time, and we feel great, and we get there and all the rest of it. We'll walk up, put the clubs on the cart and all the rest of it. And all of a sudden, this friend of ours, Andy, you know Horst, don't you?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time, but we have a friend from Germany. As a matter of fact, he rode out of the Hitler part of Germany under a boxcar. When he was a little boy.
Wow.
I mean, think about that.
Hanging onto the rail thing. Arr.
Yeah, he rode a train, underneath a train, into the non-commie part of Germany.
Lufta.
Wow.
Or whatever that was. But this is the very guy. And we're laughing, joking, Catherine and I, this is going to be great. Here comes our friend Horst. And he just doesn't look right. Not the way he's walking, not the facial expression, none of it. He comes up to Catherine and me. He has these tears running down his face. And I said, Horst, what's going on? Are you okay? And he goes, no, I'm not okay. My daughter died.
Oh.
I mean, think about that. Your day went from, God, it's wonderful, lovely, the weather's fantastic, nothing could go wrong. Well, a dear friend of mine lost his daughter. I mean, we should always be prepared for that, I would guess. It was so nice because I hugged him for a while, Catherine hugged him for a while, and the tears were coming, and it just, no matter how good life is going, man, you got to pay attention because there are other people that might not be as fortunate as you are.
And it's always the worst when a parent has to bury a child.
Oh, God. I can't even imagine that. That's enough talking about that. Let's honest to God.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from there. Oh God.
But on that note, when you got to that part of it, I'm sitting here thinking about, and yeah, I guess we do go deep on this show, but I love this stuff, is that we just went from, once everybody lives long enough, we can have our own version of PTSD-like stuff that we can relate with, right? And we're getting into how you got this person who can't let this thing go for a month that's in their head that really, in the grand scheme of things, isn't a big deal.
Isn't a big deal at all.
And so paying attention, like Tom, the idea of paying attention can mean so many things.
Oh God, yes.
If we're paying attention to what's that stupid thing that keeps playing in my head, that's just adding to me getting irritated and stressed out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you also have the heavy stuff of I might be having a lighthearted day, and for all I know, this person right here just had their whole life fall apart.
Yeah. Exactly.
And somehow navigating this journey we're on, how do we find an overall way to stay kind of calibrated, to be able to go, this journey's tough for us, for everybody else. Are we fortunate enough to be able to find ways that we can say, there's good things too. Yeah. There's things for us to feel thankful for. There's things for us to look forward to. That's easier for some of us than others. But paying attention all the time.
All the time, yes.
Because if you're on autopilot, this is a tough journey to navigate.
My dad had a saying, every day above ground is a good one.
Yep.
Nice. I like that.
That. That's a very, very
every
nice
day
situation.
above ground is a good one.
Yep.
And my version is every day I learn something new is a good one. I like both of those together. Keep an open mind, keep learning, stay humble, be appreciative.
You can learn stuff underground though. Mining.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose that is true.
Oil and drilling, that takes place underground.
That's underground. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean the number one thing about that is that it doesn't, you don't let it ruin you. Kath and I were having this magnificent day, just being around one another, and we're going to play golf, do all the rest of it. But when the shift came on, when it was time to be sad and show someone some love because he lost his daughter, then it all changed. Doesn't mean it ruined the day. Nothing. Yeah. It's just like, hey, he came over to us because he needed us, because we're friends.
Yep. And you helped him out.
Oh God, it was very, very difficult getting through that whole deal. But I wish people would stop hating people they don't even know. It's become a very big thing, because I watched the news again last night. Oh my God, everybody hates everybody. It's sad.
And to remember, like we talk about when I come on here, like I'm with you, and I try to do this one too, is we watch the news and it seems like everyone hates each other.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
There's definitely, because every time I come on here, this topic in a way comes up, which means this is a real thing. That's a thing right now.
Oh, no question.
It's that tension in the air, and it feels like everyone hates each other. And there is some hate happening. But it's good for us to remember that when we sit down and watch the news and we walk away going, everyone hates each other. Like, I don't hate this dude next to me. I don't hate you guys in here. You don't seem to hate me, right?
That's good. It's a good thing.
We're just good at hiding it, that's all.
Yeah, that's all it is. Wait till the cameras turn off.
Do you also agree, though, that all of this, everything is about money now? Everything's about money. Isn't that sad?
I think so. I really do.
It's really unfortunate. It just, look what I've gone through a few things in my life now where I've had people I thought were my friends steal money from me. 3 of them have. And it's just like, I helped you out, and then you took advantage of my help? What the hell's the matter with you? I mean, how sick are you that you would do something like that, right?
And I don't know if you want to get into it or not. Like, this is where a therapy session, I would be like, I want to hear more about this. I don't know how much you want to get into, but I'm really curious about that. Like, what happened?
This is becoming Tom's therapy.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well, today it is. Today it is because my friend lost his daughter, was nowhere near old enough to be dying, and I watched the news this morning, and it's a lot of hatred on the news, no question about that. It does affect me, because I look, you know where this all comes from, and I'll tell you flat out where it all comes from. It's from guilt. I've been very lucky. I came from absolutely nothing. A lot of people supported me from the time I was about 9 years old. They pushed me to get into radio and to get into voiceover and do all these different things. I've had this magnificent life. So I don't know if that's a semi-burden on me, just being kind of, oh God, I got a lot luckier than most people do. I don't feel guilt about it, but I can kind of understand a position, you know? Does that make sense?
I'm going to let him answer this one. I have an answer, but I'm going to
go ahead. No.
Well, I'd love to hear your answer.
The thing is, Tom, is you work so damn hard to become who you are. You earned every bit of it.
It's very nice of you to say that.
But I mean, you did. You know, you started out and you worked all the WDGYs and all the other stuff, KSTPs, and then you just landed big with KQ and exploded, and you've worked hard to maintain it, and you've still remained very, very genuine. So,
well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you know. Either that or you're really good at fooling people. That's, yeah.
I will take a break and come back, and I'll stop talking about it. But I think the situation of, you know, my friend losing his daughter and some of the things that have happened in the national news that are just not very nice. I'm just begging people, would you try to get along better than you do? Jesus, just calm down. Showing hatred for someone you don't even know is a complete waste of time because they'll never know you hate them. So why do you hate them?
Yep.
I just wanted to get that message out there that we're all working together trying to live a wonderful life, a beautiful life, but there are some people that are never going to be happy, no matter what happens, right?
Yeah, true.
All right, we'll take a break, come right back, and laugh it up right after. We'll be back right after this. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabanco.com. That's nabanco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. It's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place I highly recommend. I've known them forever, 2 generations, as I mentioned. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and they are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. You know, set up a tour, learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com. Ooh, we're rocking out now, man. Rocking out.
Yes, we are.
What's happening?
We were just analyzing you from a Freudian perspective.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay, where did we arrive? I'm either crazy, or I'm either an asshole, or I'm crazy. One of the two.
One of the two.
Options.
That was it.
Or both.
Or both, yeah.
Or both. I could be both, exactly.
We were breaking down how you think you can only be one or the other, but we were realizing.
I just, like I said, it does bother me that people have gotten so incredibly mean in the political world. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we were just talking about here, I have this other thing I was going to go back to. We'll see if we get back to there or not, but we were talking about media stuff. And like, we know we're not talking about anything new here.
Right.
But that is such a huge part of why people are feeling so angry. Is that what I was just telling them is, I remember learning in school about the influences of media, and you can have some media that's more objective than others, for sure. You'll have media that's more left than others, more right than others. But the thing with all of them is they all know the research shows they have to have a certain degree of stories and headlines that create a negative stress type reaction in the reader.
I agree.
Or the reader is going to go, or listener is going to go elsewhere.
Yep.
I've seen, I look at a bunch of different news websites. One of the news websites that I think it's interesting is CBS News has a section on their website that's meant to be just positive, inspiring,
ooh, I like
stories.
It. Really?
And doesn't that sound good in theory?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the research shows that there's no way they can have too much of that on their website for content, or they will not readers. So it is a very small section, and it is buried deep down. But if you scroll far enough, here's the things you're supposed to feel good about.
That's what I was saying. Well, before you guys came on, is that people they click on negativity, they watch negativity, they do it on purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's weird because go back to Freudian. It's on purpose, and it's kind of an unconscious drive because we do it. But what do we then do? We go, God, I don't want to be so stressed out. Why can't the world be more positive?
Right.
And
well, one good thing to throw in here, again, is life experiences and all the rest of it. When my dad was hauled off and all of that, and my mother was, working 80 hours a week just to try to pay the bills and all the rest of it, several families in our neighborhood, mothers and fathers together, stepped up and tried to help us out. I will never forget that. At least 5, 6 families stepped up and said, hey, if you ever need anything, Tom, just let us know. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Community does that.
Yeah. Yep. And that makes me think of a topic somebody brought up to me this week too, which is the idea of operating on the same wavelength as other people.
Right.
If you know what I mean. There's some concrete thinkers who are going to go, what does that even mean? But Tom, I'm thinking from what you described. If you go from this idea that you're of a mindset of having fun, enjoying some golf, you find out that this tragedy has happened.
Right.
There's a change in wavelength that happens.
No question.
Right? Hey, we're going to play golf. Hey, we're going to play golf. Hey, it's so great to see you. And then there's that whoa, what just happened?
Yep.
And to have it be that now you're embracing means that you are now getting on the same wavelength, and now you feel supportive of each other. Yep. And this stuff that we're feeling of the tension and this thing that feels like hatred and all of that, that's completely not being on the same wavelength as each other. And it's too bad because I don't want to be an idealist.
Right.
It's not going to be all kumbaya.
Right.
But there's a degree to which we can all feel a bit more on each other's wavelength if we can do some of the stuff I've talked about before of can we take each other's perspective a little bit to try to go, where maybe are they coming from, these people that we feel angry at, or they feel angry at us? Because then we're not, go back to, I'm going to tie it all together. Go back to the dude who's a month later thinking about this ticket or whatever, right? If a month later you're still playing in your mind the stuff that you're seeing on the media that makes you feel like everybody hates each other, and that's what's playing on autopilot in your head as you're driving to work, I mean, that's going to make an effect wavelength-wise on your children, whether or not you talk about it. It's going to make a difference in the wavelength with your spouse, with your coworkers. But if more people can stop and go, okay, that's what was on the news, let me take some time to think about where other people are coming from, what I appreciate. Can you try to be more on the same wavelength with everybody? It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah,
but
no, I get
we can do more of that. Make a huge difference.
Dave, can you put your mic more like on the midline? It's picking up your breathing.
Oh, well, there's a heavy breather anyway.
There we go. That'll be perfect. Yeah, center, heart level, just below it.
Cover up the Night and Day Tavern.
Dave's
you might have to
about what Jesse's talking about.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's exactly it.
Much better.
That is exactly.
Oh, wait till I start breathing again. I'm just holding my breath right now.
Can you just not breathe, please?
24 minutes. I mean, you can hold your breath for that long.
Yeah, you would think he could.
You had to do all that endurance training as a cop.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, they don't make you keep doing that, do they?
No, they don't.
Isn't that crazy?
No,
they should.
No, I'm not a mouth breather, Joe. I just breathe deeply.
Actually, mouth breathing gets picked up less on mics.
Does it really?
Yep.
I suppose.
Well, hyperventilating gets picked up.
That's different. Hyperventilating is different.
Every so often, Ethan does that. He'll just he thinks it's funny, so he'll start hyperventilating.
Oh,
really? You're gonna make yourself pass out,
Oh,
I had kids do that.
Yep.
I found 2 girls, very young, at 3:00 in the morning, swimming in the lake, and one went into hyperventilation mode.
Oh God!
Wow.
Well,
so I was like, okay, let's get the ambulance out here.
Did it work out?
Oh yeah, everything. She was fine.
Oh, good.
Mom and Dad were like, "What were you going to charge her with?" And I'm like, "Well, I could have done this. Okay, we're going to hold it all against her. We're not. She's gonna be in a lot of trouble."
How old was she?
14.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking like 6 or 7.
No,
I didn't know if
is
that's what I was
weird.
picturing too. I'm like, this is really. Why are these little girls out here?
Super bizarre story.
Yeah.
14, I can
We're gonna
see.
charge this 5-year-old.
There you go.
14, I can see. Just being rowdy at 2:00 in the morning.
Yep.
Do you guys ever, maybe a weird connection here, but this made me think of deep breathing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, therapy. If you think about therapy and deep breathing, you think about people feeling angry, people hyper, all that stuff. Have you guys ever done tried any type of
box breathing? Yeah. I used to do it all the time. Every time you feel your adrenaline kick up, or you are in a really bad situation, you have to do the in 4 out, hold 4 out 4, hold 4 out. I did it a lot.
So slow that down for a second in case anyone's hearing this and they don't know anything about this.
You start from 0. You take 4 seconds to inhale. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 full seconds. Wait 4 seconds before you inhale again for 4 seconds. And you just keep doing it. And then your heart rate, your adrenaline, everything just bleeds away.
Well, it's interesting because Daniel Tiger, a popular kids show, they have like little jingles about like what to do if like you need to go potty or something like that. And one of them is, if you're really, really mad, they say breathe in and count to 4. And I think that's like the kid way of getting kids to do what you just said.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ethan, we've never been able to get Ethan to do it. He just gets madder if you suggest that. So
he gets mad at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's do this for just 1 second, because why not?
Okay.
You just described how to do it. Let's all of us right here just do that real quick. It'll only take a second.
Inhale for. Do you inhale over 4 seconds?
4 seconds.
And then you exhale for 4 seconds.
Yep. But and then you inhale for 4 full seconds. So you're breathing in, taking in air for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds.
Right.
And then it takes you 4 seconds to exhale all that's in your lungs.
And then we can
use the timer up here that says live next to it. That's our timer. If you can read that. It's a little small.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then we'll do, on the count of 3, we'll start the 4-second inhale. How's that sound? Okay. So you're going to inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, and then let it sit for 4.
Yep.
All right, here we go. So on the count of 3, we'll do the inhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's a workout for my lungs.
How's it feel?
I did 10 seconds out and 10 seconds in.
Did you really?
Well,
I wanted to do more myself.
It takes about 2 cycles, and you start to feel everything.
Yeah. And that's where I like the idea of like, let's try this for a second, because I do it with clients. I do a different one. There's all these different types. I do a different one I prefer, but like if I do it with clients, we do it with you guys. If you have the ability to even do it like 5 times, which we won't do for the listeners today, but if you do 5 times and then you just kind of sit there, you go back to this idea of being on a wavelength.
Yep.
It's not only individually by ourselves it gets us in a better space, but you do this like in something like this.
Yep.
Imagine in a room where there's some tension, you just go, can we just pause for a moment and just like, let's do this for a second?
Yep.
It definitely gets you more on the same wavelength.
Oh, yeah.
Margaret in the chat said that she knows that as box breathing.
Yeah, that's what I was told it was too.
Right.
But like I said before, I've been when my adrenaline was so jacked up and I was ready to, I could have ripped somebody's head off real easy with my bare hands. And just that box breathing.
Well, I definitely know that when my heart is beating too fast, just like slowing down your breathing is like the number one way to make your heart rate slow down for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yep. And there's that mindfulness of if everyone feels like you hate each other and there's all this tension, Just taking the time to do your best to go like, can I just hit the pause button real quick? Because when you feel that heart rate going up, when you feel the adrenaline, that's our amygdala kicking in, fight or flight. And that says there's an enemy, there's something here. So if we can just stop and go, hold on a minute, remember what Officer Dave says, do the 4-box breathing.
Exactly.
Let's get down here. Let's get on the same wavelength. And let's remember not everybody hates each other. And we might have just a little bit better day.
That's the number one thing I'd like to work on, because the hatred in this world now is way over the top. I would not use the energy to hate someone. There are people I don't like, but I don't hate them. Right. Too much energy. No thanks. Yeah. You wait over there and I'll wait over here.
I
just had a great memory, by the way, you guys talking about the breathing and all the rest of it. I first learned that from a man named Perry Roth, his sociologist, that I went to see when I was like 18 years old, something like that. The very first session I had with him, we're working on the breathing thing. You know, just breathing in slowly, going it out slowly, all the rest of it. So my hour comes to an end, and I just felt really good about it. Maybe that's why I can inhale literally for like 15 seconds and exhale for 15 seconds, because I've been doing it for so many years now. But I get up, and he said, oh, yeah, I got another. Matter of fact, I'm surprised he's not here yet, but I have another client coming in, so Tom, we probably better stop, and I'll just talk to you next week. I got up, walked over, opened the door, and there was a guy behind the door in a karate pose. I opened the door, and the guy's like, oh, like, what the hell?
That's the advanced technique you haven't learned yet.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, honest to God, the stories, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to talk a few things, now not personally from you, but other people who may have seen a sociologist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, whatever it is. There are some things that happen that are just like, really? Is that really part of the world? I mean, it's great. Believe me, it helped me immensely. I was only 18, when talking about this and all the rest of it. But I just, having a guy at the door in a karate pose was pretty good. Another time I come, different guy, a really good friend of mine. He's just a really, really good guy. And I came in and I said, God, you got this weird look on your face. What's going on? He goes, just this thing that happens during sessions sometime. I said, what? He goes, well, you didn't see who left here. I said, no, I did not. When I got here, that your door was open and it was blah, blah, blah. But he told me there was a very pretty young woman that came in, and as the session went on for an hour, she lifted her skirt about an inch every 10 minutes. She was like revealing herself. Is that common, trying to suck up to the psychologist?
Well, there's transference, but
transference.
I don't know if that's exactly what you're talking about.
All right. Yeah.
But I mean, why would you hike up your skirt and after an hour it was up like 6 inches higher than it was when she got there? So I was like, what the hell?
That's why the therapists get paid the big bucks for that, Like what's happening for that hour in that therapist's mind? What are they figuring something out?
It's very, very true, man.
One thing that has happened to me though.
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they think they can get away with it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's like,
absolutely.
that doesn't work so much.
Yeah, it reminds me of an episode of Friends.
Because everything we do is recorded.
Yep.
Everything a cop does is recorded.
There's this episode of Friends where Ross is driving with Rachel, and Rachel gets pulled over, and she gets out of a ticket by flirting with the police officer. And then, so Ross is like, okay, I can do that, sure. And then they switch places, and Ross gets pulled over. And I
bet it doesn't go as well.
No,
yeah, probably not.
Well, so it's like the male cop's name is Hanson, and Rachel's like, "Oh, if I did anything wrong, Officer Handsome," and he says it's Hanson, but then Ross tries the same thing to a female cop, and it's I'm guessing it doesn't work as well in real life either.
It doesn't because. Nobody's pair of jugs is worth my career. Trust me.
Well, there is that too.
There is that. Yes.
That's an interesting one, though. Like then I think of the topic of power dynamic and that type of stuff. Because I don't have a clear one in my mind at the moment, but I've had versions of in therapy. Not as often because usually people are coming to me because they want to come to me. But now imagine people that don't want to come to me, but they're court ordered. For example. Something like that. Somebody's telling them they have to go. Yeah. I can kind of sometimes see the behaviors where I go, oh, okay, yep, I see what's happening here.
That's exactly it. I should mention at this point, what time you guys have to be back at your offices?
I don't have an office.
Yeah,
that's true.
No precinct anymore.
Yeah, I got to be back. I got to be in St. Paul by 1.
By 1? Oh, well, that's because you might want to. Oh. You might want to stay for an extra half hour or so if you want.
Sure.
Because coming up at the top of the hour, Frank Caliendo is going to come on and do a half an hour with us.
That'd be awesome.
Frank's if you guys have never, Frank is one of the greatest guys you'd ever want to meet. Very, very funny. I thought I'd throw it out. Was that Andy?
He's coming on at noon.
So. Yeah, he's coming on right at noon.
A little Scotty boy.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Does he come on here and do his impressions? That's immediately what I think of when I think of Frank.
Oh, he's so good at it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He just your mom last night, Andy, just brought up the fact that one time, I think we were leaving Las Vegas, so we're all just worn out after 4 days of staying up until 3 in the morning and then getting up at 4 in the morning to do the show. That kind of deal. Not a good idea, but I literally get to the airport. I am just dead tired. I think I'm going to pass out. I look up and I see a guy that's in a lot worse shape than me. It's Frank Caliendo, and he has not slept in like 5 days.
Oh, wow.
And he's going, hi, Sam, how's everything? It's like, oh, man. But yeah, I just figured if you guys want to even stick around for a couple of minutes, say hello to me. Frank is one of the most talented, nicest people I have ever met. Just a great guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Ross gets pulled over by a female cop named Officer Petty, and he calls her Officer Pretty.
Oh, God.
Officer Pretty.
Uh-oh. Is that a good idea? Officer
apparently
Pretty.
Not in real life, according to Dave. But this was also 30 years ago, so it's like body cams weren't nearly as common back then.
No.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but we still
had dash cams.
We still had dash cams, and we still had microphones, and everything was still recorded on the old VHS tapes.
Sure. Wow, the old VHS. Really?
They recorded it all on VHS back then?
For real. Wow.
Well, I guess like reel to reel wouldn't work because in a car it's all going to fall apart.
Yep, we had it. There was a thing in the trunk, a box in the trunk, that when our tape would end, the little screen would show the out of cassette full, whatever.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And our chief or sergeant had to go take it out because we couldn't do it because it's now evidence. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I never thought about how they actually got the footage like out of the car.
Yep.
But I guess a VHS tape does make the most sense.
And then now everything is digital, so the minute you pull into the garage, it all just downloads. Boop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, is that right? It does it automatically?
Yep.
Was there a brief period in between the two where it was all on DVD?
No.
No, they didn't do DVDs?
It pretty much just went straight from
VHS to wireless transfer.
At least where I worked, it did. We went straight from VHS to digital.
Well, if they did DVDs, they could have had like bonus features, like deleted scenes.
Dave goes to the bathroom.
They could have had like director's commentary.
Perfect.
Now in Blu-ray.
Well, in this particular case, I pulled this person over because they were doing 40 and a 25.
The sergeant, one time, he's like, yeah, I was watching your footage and you forgot to turn your mic off and you're driving around. It was the middle of the night.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
You're driving around in the middle of the night and there's nothing happening, right? Not a thing. Radio is on and doody-doody-doo singing along. All of a sudden, apparently, I said, oh, I got to piss like a racehorse or something.
Oh, God.
Not the worst in the world.
Yep.
Oh, God, if I had one of those in my car, I would be checking 18 times every time I got in there to make sure that microphone is off.
Yep. No question about it. I don't know. You know, what's really kind of nice is the show every day, Monday through Friday. It changes a little bit each day because different people come in and all the rest of it. I really like that. The fact that, you know, this conversation we're having right now is probably not one we're going to have when Catherine and Alex are on, you know? Mm-hmm. I just like how the shows kind of change up from episode to episode. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and you've been doing this for how many years?
13 years.
Oh, you mean doing the podcast for 13 years,
13 years, yeah. And then,
but like it's had so many different formats and changes and everything. Like this whole like the couch video on the couch kind of thing. We've been doing that for what, like 2 months?
Yeah, not very long.
Not even,
really new.
not even 3 months. It was like a little more than 2 months.
May or something, or June is when you started.
Was it that early?
Yeah, because I come in with Scott in May.
That's true. You were one of the first people to come in.
No, but that was at the old studio.
That was at the old studio, yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You guys were still down there in Florida.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And you were leaving to come back up that weekend or something.
Well, I can tell you the first time we went live on YouTube after getting banned from YouTube decades ago.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Comeback.
It was a triumphant comeback. Our first time going live was August 11th. That was our first live stream on YouTube.
Okay.
So the whole like live show with like the viewers putting their comments on there and stuff, that's only been 2 months worth. But yeah. Yep. And like for a while we did a 3-hour show, and the third hour being what was it called? Like the ticket, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ticket. Like it was a local sports show that like
it was on 105, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. And then for a while we were doing, I don't know, we've had so many different format changes. It's like it's hard to say. Has it been the same show? It's the Ship of Theseus at this point.
You guys, it has not been the same show.
No, it has not.
You've definitely evolved.
Well, God, the beginning, like I put out those the lost episodes, I call them, because they're lost to everyone except for, I think, me, Charlie, and Joe. I think we're the 3 people who have access to them. And Charlie and Joe, it's only because they downloaded them.
And that's going back how far?
13 years.
Okay.
So the first 1,200-ish episodes are like in the vault, just like locked away. No one can access them officially. And every so often I put one out when we need, like, we take a week off. I'll put 5 of them out, or, something happens. I'll put one out on like a Saturday, that sort of thing. And I'm just going from episode 1 on. So every time I need a new lost episode, I just add one to the counter and put that one out. And it is crazy. Like I didn't talk for the first like year of the show.
You
basically.
didn't.
I never talked. The show was a lot more like, I don't know. It was definitely not as professional sounding. Not that we really pride ourselves in professionalism, but it was definitely like, it was just kind of chaos a lot of the time.
Did you just naturally start to talk more, or was it a strategic plan, or both?
Well, when we started doing the podcast, I was extremely shy. I didn't like to talk to anyone. I was I was very asocial, actually. But I was like, sure, I can learn to run a board. I can run the computers, and I can edit audio, that sort of thing. And so I picked that up pretty quick. But I just was never really comfortable talking that much for a while.
I remember that, Andy, that you hardly said a word, and then all of a sudden you started to chip in just little jibes here and there.
Yeah, that was my thing for a while.
All of a sudden,
yeah, I don't know.
He's running the show.
It took a while, but yeah, I talk a decent amount on the show
cool,
now.
because from my perspective, I'm newer to the family here, but you, it feels natural that you're, that you chime in the way that you do. So
when did you first come on? It's not that. It's been a while since your first.
The first time officially ever on the show was, I think, about 2 years ago.
No, really, that recent?
Yeah, for sure. It was for my first
midlife
midlife crisis show. I think is when I.
I'm gonna fact check. I like it.
February 2024, so not even. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there you go.
So, I've been on too long. They're getting sick of me.
Oh, is that? Well, that's why they brought me in.
Mitigate the officer, Dave.
I mean, by they, do you mean Andy and me?
They evaluated and they were like, these two should be a tag team. We don't know how long they can, hold it solo, but they can be a good tag team.
No question.
I was thinking, Tom, I had a quick question. I mean, I don't know if you want to go into this, but this is for Andy too. You guys are like, now I'm thinking about being the family therapist and stuff that I look for. Like,
yeah, that's
this
right.
This is it. This feels like family talk right now.
It does.
And you're talking about over 13 years, 14 years, all the changes that have been made. So I feel like starting with you, Tom, just to go through all this metamorphosis, all this change. I mean, I'm leaving it a broad question. What's it been like for you to go through all the changes to this show like this?
I really Yeah, it is very gradual, but I will tell you what, I do love it because the reason we started with the whole family thing is because at that time, 13 years ago, and I can't remember what caused it, but there were all this talk about families breaking up and, I can't live with my mom and dad anymore. I can't do this, or I got to dump this guy, or I got to dump this one. There was a lot of breakups going on like 15 years ago. So I thought, well, why don't we put the entire family on a podcast and see it can work, that after 44 years, 45 years, I probably love your mother now more than I ever have, Andy.
I don't.
You don't care that much for her anymore. Right, I understand that completely. I don't really care for her, Tom, but if that's your deal. But yeah, the reason that we had the daughter, the son, the wife, and the husband all on together is to show there are families that can get through it. We've had bumps in the road and all the rest of it, but we wanted to present this. Hey, mom, dad, and the kids is a great thing still.
Well, at the time, how many big podcasts were there? Like two, maybe 3. Yeah. Adam Carolla. Oh, wow. I think Mark Maron, and I think Joe Rogan. Did he even have a show yet in 2012?
I don't know. That'd be close.
Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah. If not, then it was not too long before that. So I mean, podcasting was kind of a new horizon at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we weren't pioneering anything, but we got in, when it was pretty early.
I know it took me forever to figure out how to listen to your podcast.
Right.
It still takes people.
Yeah.
Well, that's like YouTube is really helpful there because everyone knows how to use YouTube at this point. Most TVs have YouTube built into them.
Yep.
They do, yeah.
Yep.
And then I don't know, you can listen to it live, you can listen to it recorded, but a lot of people, it's like, if it's not on the radio, I can't listen to it because
when I told my parents I was coming on here the first time, they were like, how do we listen? I go, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Everywhere except the radio. That's where. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people are like, I drive a 30-year-old car. It doesn't have Android Auto or iPhone Auto, whatever the hell that's called. Apple CarPlay. That's
all you need is the aux cable, and you can do it for $20.
Yep.
Thing from Target.
That is true. You just plug the aux cable into your car. It should, but then you have to know to put the input onto aux as opposed to FM and AM, and it's like, I don't know. A lot of people they've been listening to the radio for 50, 60, 70 years, and that's what they want to do. Yeah. If it's not on the radio, they don't want it.
Well, I tell you what, though, that business makes me tear up on a daily basis because it's getting smaller and smaller by the day.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, people Andy's age and younger do not listen and never have listened to the radio.
Yep. My kids don't.
Yeah. I've never, I listened to talk radio when I was a very young kid because you drove me around.
Yep. Both of all WCCO. 3 of them are nothing but podcasts.
Yeah, I podcasts and YouTube videos. That's what I consume. I don't even do Instagram or anything like that. I'm just not interested in that short form content like that.
I just did my first ever paid advertising using radio for I just did the Midlife Crisis show.
Sure.
And so that was my first time getting into that area. I've been wanting to for a while. And so I was talking to the person about prices and stuff. And yeah, she was breaking down for me what it would be to have it streamed versus to have it live on the radio. And I always just pictured it would be on the radio, but she's pushing the streaming part. And I said, how many of your listeners are listening streaming? And she said, minimum 80%.
Yeah.
And my brain immediately wanted to go, there's no way that number's accurate. And then I was like, you're almost 50 years old. Stop and think about this for a minute. No, it probably makes a lot of sense. Yep. I'm just picturing I'm driving in the car, listening on the radio to it. She's like, yeah, there's still those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally when you started, Tom, I was that first year I couldn't ever find you. And then I had my son, I said, Tommy, how do I listen to a podcast?
Yeah.
He's like, you do this and this. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very, very big deal now, which makes me sad, of course, because by the time I was 15, wanted to be in the radio business and, radio, television, all that stuff. I mean, it's really hard with televisions these days to go through. You have to download, let's say you watch Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 9, Channel 11, Channel 29. You got to put all of those in their own spot on that screen. Every television station has to have their own spot. Well, I suppose like they did on the radio and television dial.
Yeah. I still remember one time we got your car back from being detailed or something, and someone had set every preset in your car to 92.5.
They did, yes, I do.
I was like, I wonder if they know who you are.
That's pretty funny.
That was unbelievable. 37 years of just, God, did we kick ass. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. But you know what changed it? Politics. Once again, they hired a general manager who was very political, and nope, we got to change it all. I'm like, we have a 40 share. You do realize that. It's the highest rated morning show in America. Nope, we got to change it. We got to keep up with the times. It literally destroyed the radio station. That radio station now has, I think, a 1.2.
Woo.
We had a 40, and now they have a 1.2.
Serves them right.
Stay out of it. Just calm
That's
down.
what
Everything will
you
be good.
get.
Yeah.
Kill the golden calf, you know.
I guess so. You know, it's really unfortunate that stuff. Oh God, I better take a break here. We're coming up on the top of the hour. And
we should.
I mean, certainly I think we're.
Woo! I better.
We still got 13 minutes.
Yep.
I better pay attention. Well, that's true. We got time, but no, like I said, I wish people would understand that we don't all live the same lives. We don't have the same thoughts and beliefs and all the rest of it. But you don't have to attack people because they don't agree with you. I mean, relax, calm down, right?
Yep. Just remember that the other person is very, very unlikely to be somebody that is filled with hate and a terrible person and hell bent on destroying everything that's good.
Yeah.
There might be a very tiny, like half of 1% of people on the planet that are that way, and we know that they exist, right?
We do know that they're
the true villains, and we will allow ourselves to feel those feelings towards them. But when it comes to the people that live in your community, that live in your neighborhood, your city, your state, you know, all of that stuff, just if we can do our damnedest to remember, these are all people that at their core, they're good people. And they want what's best for themselves and their families and for their communities. And no matter how much, whatever they say, whatever they think, whatever they do, it might hit us in a way instantly on autopilot where we go, evil person, you know, just stop and remember Officer Dave and do 4 deep, do the box breathing, and go, wait a minute, what's that thing I'm supposed to remind myself? They're a good person. They have a different perspective than me. It's okay. It doesn't mean they're terrible. We don't have to hate each other. It's okay.
Yep.
That's the world I'm looking for. I'll tell you what. I mean, at this point in my life, I suppose a lot of people my age don't even give a rat's ass. It's like, I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. Yeah, it does have a lot to do with you. Everybody could put their better foot forward. How about that?
Yes. Yeah. Love it.
I'm game.
From beginning to end, start to end of the journey.
Yeah. I mean, you look back, do you look at once in a while, because I grew up and went to Catholic school and all the rest of it and this, that, and the other thing, but just thinking back to I was born all those years ago and went through this and that and the other thing, and I'll live probably another 10, 15 years and that'll be that. And it just, how things like this turn out because the 4 of us were born at different times and all the rest of it, it's pretty fascinating just looking at what human life really is. I mean, it's a lot more amazing than most people do understand, I would imagine.
I agree.
Yeah, you do agree with that?
Yes.
It's just, what a gift. I mean, whether you believe in God or not, that's your business, but it's quite the damn gift. Even if you go through it, like I said, we went through a lot of turmoil when I was a kid, but I just learned to be more positive about things from that instead of going, oh, I'm deeply hurt. Of course I was deeply hurt, but I moved on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hate my father. He and I never got along, never. I didn't really think the world of him, but I didn't hate him.
Right.
I mean, calm down, everybody. Just relax. What do you think?
That's what Frankie says. So.
Now, I know it's a bitch to relax when you have the Vikings and the Twins as your favorite teams because they're both horrendous. Go Pack, go. Yeah, thanks a lot. Why do you really need to hear that
He's
right
testing
now?
the listeners right now.
I know one in the chat is 100% behind me.
Oh, at least one, yeah.
One person in the chat?
Yep. Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Trevor, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
We got a bunch of people from Wisconsin actually who listen to the show.
Yep.
We do, absolutely. I really love that, Andy. Are you the one that put that of all the places they can comment, did you put that up there?
Yep.
I think it's a great idea because it really puts you in touch with your I don't understand why radio and TV stations don't do that. Connecting with a very, very real audience is a good idea.
Well, when you're beholden to the FCC and people can put whatever they want up there. I mean, you either have to have a hair trigger on that moderation.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you can get fined for all sorts of things. Yep. And people will find a way to circumvent that censor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They do it all the time on the internet. I've been seeing it since I was 12 years old.
Yep.
No, I do
understand.
Quick
thought on the sports stuff then. Take the stuff that we've been talking about and then do, like you just said, go Pack Go.
Yep.
Creates a reaction in people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So both lighthearted, but also there is this other part of it of,
do
you guys have you guys had the experience of being with other people when a sports game is being watched?
Yes.
And the tension that enters the room does not feel like a lighthearted, fun tension.
Right.
My wife and I are a mixed family. She grew up, her family are ardent Viking fans. And
first, the mixed family meant religion, and then it meant race, and now it means Vikings Packers.
And Vikings Packers, that's exactly right.
Changes.
Yep.
Joe, how did you do that?
So so it gets pretty intense?
Let's just say it happened one time, and I have not been invited back to watch the Vikings.
Uh-oh.
Really?
What happened?
I just cheered every time the Packers would score, and they'd cheer every time the Vikings would score.
Yeah, that's what you expect. You're a Packer fan.
And then, we don't want you here anymore. Okay.
That's weird.
They said that?
And it felt like serious tension or joking?
Oh, no.
Not serious.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Cheryl's mom, I love her dearly, don't get me wrong, but I probably was marrying me was Cheryl's biggest mistake.
Yeah. I can understand.
I'm definitely not good enough for Cheryl in her mom's eyes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Would anybody be, though?
Well, that's true. I mean,
that's the problem. Yeah. I don't think anybody would be in a good position. But just the way it is.
And that's how long have you guys been married?
It will be 34 in 2 weeks.
34 years.
In 2 weeks.
Did you get married at 30 when you were 2 years old?
I know, right? Doesn't like that math.
57.
Wow.
I am 57 years old.
So 34. So you got married when you were pretty young then.
I was 24. Yep.
Yeah, that's
which was
pretty
probably
young.
Normal, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's normal anymore.
No, it's not. But definitely not normal anymore.
Age at first marriage. Let's see. Average age at first marriage now is, in America, of course, like how it says, it varies globally. Yeah, I know.
Oh, it does, like 18 years old back in the day.
I mean, back in the day, 24 would have been also, depending where you came from, a
it's
little bit late in the game.
30 for men, 28 for women. So,
wow, that really has gone up.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's gone up a lot. People were having kids when they were in their early 20s, Cheryl, 60, 70 years ago.
We had 3 kids by the time I was 28.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I pictured that I would be married and have a couple of kids by the time I was 25, because my parents were like early 20s when they started having kids.
We've got to take that break now because just 5 minutes from now, we're going to have a special guest join in. So we can just continue it at that point. We'll take a break, be right back.
Many car dealers try to create an extreme sense of urgency. Does anybody really buy it?
We gotta sell 100 cars by Saturday to get the boss off the roof. Or, you'll never see these rebates again. And oh yeah, your trade will never be worth more.
Really? I asked Jim Paul from Valley Buick GMC in Apple Valley and Valley GMC in Hastings his thoughts.
I don't even know what to say. I hope folks are smarter than that.
Has there really ever been a time when it was urgent?
Probably not. But this tariff environment might be a first. Valley has several hundred pre-tariff units on the ground. Who knows what's going to happen with the tariffs, but these are really safe buys. Going forward, Valley's committed to make whatever the situation is as painless as possible, like we've always done.
Where can we find you then?
Get them pre-tariff. Hurry, hurry, hurry. When they're gone, they're gone. And man,
at a Valley store in Apple Valley or Hastings or valleycardealers.com. Certainly not on a roof.
And so, there it is. Can't get enough Tom Bernard podcast. Looking for a vessel to contain your beverages? perhaps a hat or a hoodie to keep you warm in the cold months and looking cool in the warm months. We've even got luggage with our logo on it so you can show people overseas what they're missing out on. If any of this sounds like your kind of thing, simply head over to tombernardpodcast.com, click on the merch button, and shop away. Listen to that
this
music.
This one is called Rockabilly Rum.
Rockabilly Rum?
Rockabilly Rum.
Romp.
Does any of this sound even remotely rockabilly to you?
No, it does not.
See, that's the most fun part of these AI-generated bumpers is the extremely unfitting titles that they give them.
I suppose that is true. There's no
AI
question
makes
about
your
it.
little intro music now and stuff?
Little bumpers, yeah. Oh. Yep. I'm generating new ones, and if people like them, they can say so in the chat, and then I download them, and then once we have enough of them, I'm just going to start rotating them. But
Howard's giving you them. Yeah.
Yeah, he always has an opinion. Sounds like Jethro Tull. I'll just trust you on that with the flute.
Is that the deal there?
I don't know who
Jethro Tull is. You don't?
No. I know the name, but I don't, like, if you told me to, say something about Jethro Tull, I'd say it starts with a J.
I'm the same way.
Look
Iron
up Locomotive Breath and play it.
Yep.
Iron Lung.
Yep.
Yeah, Locomotive Breath, Andy. It's a good song.
Locomotive Breath.
Yep. By them. Then. No question. Andy's looking for it.
Yep.
We had someone text in, proud to say my 18-year-old son started listening to your podcast this year. Oh, so you waited till they were 18. That's a good idea.
Good
idea.
You got that next generation.
Listener since the 90s.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Been listening since the 90s?
To you.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, to the morning show, but the 90s. How old is he?
I don't know. Whoever this is. That appears to be named Kamara or Kamala.
Or Kamala. Misspelled her own name. Probably not.
Miss Harris, is that you?
Probably didn't happen, but it's just the way life is. No question about it. So what did you find out? Did you look it up? Locomotive Breath?
I didn't really.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it.
I'm not going to play it on the show.
All right, never mind then.
Because we will get banned from YouTube once more.
You can't even play 10 seconds to try to promote somebody else's product?
Remember, we used to have Mike Molina, and he had his phone, and he would look up bumper music, and he would play, appropriate bumper music. We just talked about Jethro Tull, so what he would have done is he would have played Jethro Tull next break.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube really did not like that, despite the fact that we were talking over it, and it was played at most for 15 seconds. That's all it took.
You're promoting someone's music. Isn't that worth a lot of money?
No, they don't like that at all.
Well, it's stupid.
It is. It's extremely stupid, but that's the world we live in.
I remember Cassie did that the first time I came in. She was playing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cassie did the bumper music for a while, too. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not anymore.
That's never. That'd be like me saying, "Hey, listen, I was walking down the street and you were in front of me, and I heard you repeat something I said on the morning show, so I'm going to have to shut you down."
Well, that is how YouTube's content recognition works. It just if it detects the pattern, you get a strike. No humans are involved in this decision.
Oh, is that right?
We have Frank with us.
Oh, look how cute he looks sitting in his car.
One, it's my daughter's car. That's two.
Okay.
She took the better car to ASU with her, and I am just finished up with the doctor. So
how you doing? Everything's good.
It's good. I'm good enough to be on with you.
Well, you look very healthy. I will tell you that. You look quite healthy.
Well, I've dropped some weight, and I've gained. Well, I've only dropped a little bit of weight, gained a lot of muscle.
Good. Ooh, look at that pipes.
Yeah.
I'll go against you, Frank.
Tough to fit it in the car, but but my giant head still fits, so there's plenty of room.
Well, your head's not so giant.
It's pretty big. I wear like a 7 3/4 baseball hat in high school, and when they would try to do wigs for me at Mad TV, they would try to find. They had to use Walter Matthau's wig size or former wigs, or Gina Davis, believe it or not.
Oh, Gina Davis, yes, absolutely, Gina Davis all the way. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. That's all I have to say. Frank Caliendo with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to have you back on. We're just, how many years have I known you now? God, it's been a long time.
73.
73 years.
73 years of bliss.
You weren't even born yet, and I was a little tiny baby, so, you know. It must have been a great meeting. That's all I have to
I'm
say.
51. Jeez, it's amazing to try and think how. So I probably met you at around 25-ish, 20.
About right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been quite some time.
No question. But it was really, really nice. The connection was made and all that, because when I did the KQRS morning show, nobody ever had comedians on before that. I don't know why in Minneapolis. They would never have a comedian on their show. And I thought, boy, what a big mistake that is. You get comedians on, people are laughing, having a good time. How is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I never know. I mean, you never know. Sometimes people just don't like giving up control of their show.
Oh, yeah.
So comedians tend to be pretty alpha, so they can take over. And then there's just worrying about what they're going to say, FCC type of stuff, those types of things. So you just never know. I mean, I don't know. The best radio hosts I know have a decent amount of guests on. I mean, they're not worried.
Oh, yeah.
They're not
Yep.
challenged. I mean, they're good interviewers, or they're good setup people, and they don't try to, they let you talk, and they're not only worried about getting to the next song. So
yes,
it's there aren't that many I mean, podcasts have taken the long form interview and made it relevant again. It seems like a lot of what's happened in radio is that they've been consultanted to death, and just made everything into shorter, choppier segments. And isn't it kind of proof that, well, I guess a podcast is different. The technology has changed a little bit, where you can take the podcast with you all the time, and you can do that. You can stream radio now too. There was a time where you could only take the podcast and you couldn't stream the radio, but now you can do that more. So I don't know if they've changed how they're programming. They still do the short, choppy programming, but that gives you a reason to tune out.
I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah, Dave Hamilton. I don't know if you ever talked to Dave or not. You probably ran into him at some point, but he had this whole idea. He said, first of all, your voice is completely different than anybody else on the radio, so you're not going to sound like just another disc jockey to them. And then he said, we'll talk about things that nobody else wants to talk about, which is wonderful because you get a lot of listeners, but it's not so great when you're called an asshole about every other person that you talk to because they don't agree with you. But that's just the way it was. Look, I mean, full disclosure, before I came back on the radio to do mornings in 1986, there was Knapp and Donuts, Knapp and Bush before that. The entire WCCO cast was phenomenal, whether it was afternoon drive, morning drive. I mean, Minneapolis, St. Paul was a great place to grow up in if you wanted to get into the radio, because there were a lot of really good people, and still are, a lot of really, really good people on the radio. And I don't know, is that going to cross? It usually crosses over to podcasting, though, doesn't it? There are shows.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody, you have to have multiple platforms that you're doing. I was talking to the ESPN radio guys in Chicago, and they're like, well, you get the radio hit, and then we do all sorts of all the different social media platforms.
Yep.
And YouTube is live with video. That's usually 100 or something people. It's people who are engaged, fully engaged. So those people are more, to have a better probability of doing something, or going to a game, going to a show or something like that, because they're fans.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Oh, I should mention, by the way, obviously Andy, my son, is on the show with me. He's the engineer back there.
Nice to meet you.
When I heard you were coming on, I also brought in a police officer and a psychiatrist. So those are the two guys sitting on the couch there.
We're not going to tell you.
Perfect.
It all works out.
So you've met my kids. Great.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. Yeah, I just wanted to open it up. I didn't want to take over the entire interview because you guys, I'm sure, have some questions for Frank, and just jump in at any time you want to, because I love having people on the air. I remember when I first got to KQRS 40 years ago, and I talked about wanting to have somebody on constantly. They said, "Oh God, that'll never work. Radio people don't like that." Blah 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 blah. I said, "Well, let's give it a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll give it a couple of months or 3 months or whatever." Our numbers tripled in 3 months, so that kind of worked out. And you were a part of that. There's no question about it, Frank.
Yeah. I'm a tripler.
All the time.
I'm a 3X guy, 3 times. Triple E.
As a psychologist, Jesse, is it interesting? I mean, have you ever interviewed a 4-star comedian actor before?
I have not. No. Frank, would you like to do a therapy session right here and now?
Yeah, make it happen. Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, the thing that comes to my mind right now is thinking about, like, what I know of you is all the different impressions. And so I imagine it would be kind of like it could be doing a session with somebody who has a lot of different personalities at the same time, Like,
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
There's a personality lost in there somewhere.
And what, the police officers arresting a gang?
Yeah. What else is new?
Yep.
That's a quota, 10 people right there.
What else is new? That's real nice. That's really sweet.
Well, it's interesting. So you talked about the short form, like those 5-minute long interviews on the radio.
5 minutes. I'm talking about 2 minutes, people.
Yeah.
5 minutes he's got to go.
Lucky. Jesse earlier talked about why we started doing the podcast, and actually one of the reasons was because we wanted to do those longer interviews, because since the beginning of the podcast we've been having people on for 30, 45, even 60 minutes a lot of the time, and you cannot do that on radio. It's not possible.
Yeah, I suppose it is true.
Yeah, I mean, because you're going to have definite commercial breaks and stuff like that. There's some people that do a little bit longer, maybe the 20 to 30 minutes.
But never an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit in with shows, the whole show, but I just hang out. It's almost like I'm part of the show, but not like a deep conversation. That's very, very rare. It's change the subject. Change. The thing about podcasts too is if you're listening to it, you can fast forward. I've done that for podcasts I'm even interested in, right? You'll listen, you'll be like, well, they're getting to a part I don't really care about here. I want to get to this other part later. And then you come back and you might miss it, or you might come back and go over what you skipped, but you want to get to the certain parts, and there's that element of you have the control over it. So not when it's live streaming, but the fact that you can have that after the fact, you could be watching the live stream, zone out for a little bit, come back, and then watch the podcast, listen to the podcast.
No, that's a very good point, actually. No question about that. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions. Andy, you could probably read those a lot better than I can.
Oh, Margaret and Trevor, for some reason, Margaret brought up just Triangle Head from Silent Hill, but actually it's Pyramid Head, so just wanted to
okay,
let you know that it's to not misname our friend Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
That'd be good. There'd be no question about it.
Yes. Joe says we're long past the end time of the show. We're going until 12:30 today, so we got bonus content courtesy of Frank.
Exactly.
Frank, I did think of a question. So, I am a therapist, and I'm also a comedian here locally. And one of the things that I have found interesting is that with my clients in therapy, it's all about being authentic. It's all about this connection. And as I found my own voice on stage, I tried to bring that same thing of connecting with the audience members, being authentic. And right now I'm thinking about, I do think of your impressions. That's how I found you. I fell in love with you doing your Madden impersonations and things like that. So one thing I'm thinking of right now is with you doing impressions when you're on stage. This might be a weird question, but does it feel like there's somewhat of a disconnect between you and the audience when you're personifying somebody else? Is that even a thing?
No, I think it's actually the opposite, because they put a piece of me in the impression. So if an impression is boring, that's why you watch a boring impressionist, right? They're just doing lines from a movie. They're not getting into it. They're not becoming the character. and doing something new with it. They're just regurgitating a line you've heard a bunch of times. So once you put the point of view in, like if I'm doing John Gruden, man, I'll tell you what, that's a tremendous question. First of all, I love that you do therapy and you have therapy when you're up on stage, man. Did you ever try to do some therapy on yourself while you're up there, man? If you could split yourself in two, which you maybe you can do that, man. I don't know. But it's like, it's my thinking merged with John Gruden's thinking to get this new thing. There are some things that he would say, but then there are some things that I would want him to say. So those things get merged, and then now, is it quite the same? No, it's not exactly the same as just having your own voice on stage. I do think, and I think that's better, because then people just hinge on, they're waiting with bated breath on every word you're going to say a lot of that. Like, what's next? What's the opinion? Where are you coming from with that? I don't have a lot of that from people, which is my own fault, because I haven't pushed the me part of it out there. At certain times I've worked on that some, but I do think that, it's like watching Cheers back in the day when I was younger, when I was in college watching Cheers. And even high school, I'd be like, I can't wait to see what each character is going to say next. And then they're like, oh, yeah, I knew it. And then sometimes it was the opposite, or it was different. And they'd get you with one where you think you got what they were going to say. You were anticipating it. And then they had one more joke after that. You're like, well, that's why they're writing this show and it's done so well. So I do think having your own point of view and finding yourself on stage is the best thing. Plus writing, people are always waiting for me to do the next character. A lot of times, like if I say a name, they're waiting for the next name. I don't do an impression of that person. It's just a reference. And then they're disappointed.
There you have it.
Anyone out there love John Madden impressions? Well, I'm not going to do one. I just wanted to know if you like them or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a guy who's interested in taking a poll.
And how do you mean that, by the way, sir?
I just took one.
You just took a poll, did you? No question. Have you ever been included? I'd be very, very surprised if no musician, singer, whatever, ever reached out to you. Have you ever been part of a recorded song?
DJs have asked me to do stuff, but it's always an impression,
Yep.
So it's like, well, I don't know. They want me to do a Morgan Freeman drop or something like that. I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, that could get you in trouble legally. I don't know. It's I don't know the legalities of it, so I don't tend to mess around with that stuff.
Right.
I mean, they wanted me. There was a time where somebody came to me with this big money deal to help teach AI do some of the impressions I do.
Oh yeah.
This was this was probably 5 years ago now. It's way more advanced than that, but it was like to actually work with the coders and stuff like that about cadence and voice, and they're like, well, we'll use this stuff in video games, phone stuff and digital things. I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Oh, we'll sell advertising with the voices. I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's illegal.
Right,
they're like, but there's nobody to sue. I'm like, they'll find somebody.
There's nobody to sue. And don't know a lot about suing.
To sue.
Somebody will make something up to sue you for it. Yep.
Well, they're correct. If it's Morgan Freeman voice. So you hear the voice. You're not thinking that's a cool voice. You're thinking, is Morgan Freeman selling this product? So it's like using his vocal image. So it's recognizable. If I'm talking like this, Sonny, we pretty much know who it is, right? So it's
yes, we do.
So you're trying to take their persona and sell something with that, as opposed to just a cool sounding voice.
Right, unless you do it so badly that no one could possibly mistake it.
Well, then it's a Simpsons character, which they've said are just bad. A lot of times they're just bad impressions.
Yep.
I suppose that is true. I get to do it one time. Ricky, from a very, very famous musical family in the state of Minnesota, asked me if I would come in and cut a song called King of the World as Muhammad Ali. And apparently it was released worldwide, and it did really well everywhere except here. I found that rather interesting. It's like, okay,
I actually have it on my playlist.
You do?
Yes.
Is it on like Spotify or what?
Apple Music.
Oh,
it's on Apple Music. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess it did really, really well, but whatever. It just.
I remember you playing that on a CD at home.
It was on a CD.
I was not very old. I couldn't have been older than maybe like 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, I think it was 30 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very confused. I was like, "What's going on?"
Well, it's right
after
a real
Muhammad song, or is this just like some sort of thing you did? Or
I do believe that Muhammad Ali had retired by then, so he's been retired though, like 30 years, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been 40 years.
Let's see, Muhammad
Ali
probably
retired 40 years
in 1981. So,
so there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was 6 years, 7 years after he retired. So
I was born 5 years after he retired, so you probably waited to show that one to me for a while.
No question about it. But I mean, that's kind of cool when you realize that something you recorded is being played on the other. I guess in Japan, it was the biggest in Japan. The Japanese loved it. So,
they just didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably true. You probably couldn't tell. I don't know. You must get asked to do a lot of commercials, things like that, don't you, Frank?
Yeah, but again, it's all impression stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Never but, just you.
As long as there's some dough coming in, that's a good part.
Yeah, but again, with radio, with audio, you can get away with some celebrity voice impersonated. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Right.
But as soon as you go into anything bigger than that, they start to look at it like likeness, image and stuff like that. Now, if I were the person that my image or likeness was being used to portray, to sell this, I would not want it either. You know, I look at it that way. I look at it from their point of view. So, it's especially Morgan Freeman. I think he sues everybody, and he should. I think that's the
he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's I know somebody. I did a Madden thing years and years ago. That was a local. Yeah, local thing for a Houston basketball backboard company. And somebody called them about it, and they're like, just put celebrity voice impersonator. But then I did some TV commercials where it's Madden makeup and stuff like that. And they're like, this is a lawsuit. And I think they're probably, But I mean, there's that story Barkley told on the Kelsey Brothers podcast where John Madden called, Charles Barkley and wanted to sue me. And he's like, come on, man, this guy does a lot and is using our voices and stuff like that, but he makes us a lot of money.
Well, that's a good thing.
Madden just disliked me so much that he wanted to, and did he have a case? I think maybe somewhat, but it's parody. If it's done, you don't have control. When you do the ad, you know what you're doing, and if you're doing it tongue in cheek, it doesn't mean they're not going to pitch it and pretend like the actual person is trying to sell the product. It's whenever you try to sell something, that's when it becomes much more difficult. If it's parody and having fun, well, then you can. I mean, we had a lawyer on my show on Frank TV that he had parody law completely backwards. He's like, you can't just do an impression of somebody. You have to be parodying the whole show that they're on. Like, well, no, I'm just doing a parody of the person. And it's like, I'm like, Saturday Night Live does it all the time. Well, they probably have. Well, if it's been done that much, we're not going to get smashed.
No, that is true. I got a couple of, more than a couple, several people want to know when you realized you could do impressions, and is there a number one person you tried to do first? They want to know, how did it all start, I guess?
I mean, as a kid, I would do a bunch of impressions of friends and family members and teachers and stuff like that. Everybody, I think, does some of that. There was some of that watching In Living Color and Saturday Night Live and imitating those characters. And then what was the second part? Oh, the first impression. Leno was probably the first impression I figured out. I jutted my chin out. I was looking in the mirror like, hey, how would you like some nacho cheese flavored Doritos? Crunchy. So there was that. I mean, but doing the impressions of people's characters on SNL, it's easier to do a mimic a character because that's the same as a cartoon voice, because it's already a bigger character that's already been created. It's hard to find people's natural nuances when they're just talking regularly in conversation.
No, that's a really good point, and no question about that.
Did you ever do Fire Marshal Bill?
Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. So you may have noticed that I haven't brought up where Frank is and when he's going to be on stage and all that stuff. But if I bring it up, they're just going to rush the place because it's sold out and they're going to try to break in. Don't you think?
That's what I'm here for, is stop them at the door.
They got the cop. They got the huge cop. Would you ever cause... How tall are you?
Me?
I'm talking about Officer Dave. I'm talking about you.
I have the.
Wait a minute.
I have the banner.
Andy's got the banner.
There it is. I got the banner.
6'4", weighs 330, and a body fat percentage of 0.
That's right. Not quite, but yeah.
I mean, that's like the big boss man, isn't it?
Oh, he's the big boss man. All right. Nice police officer in the state of Minnesota. You know, you got a psychologist with us. We got a cop. We got Andy. We got me. So halfway there. You know, it was good.
It's a psychologist, a cop, and then us. You know,
and then us. Yes, and then us. That's exactly right.
Nothing in particular. We're just people.
Yep.
Oh, Frank is a very busy man. We only have him for a few more minutes. So if you think of anything you'd like to ask him, please bring that up. Because I mean, Frank, I really, honest to God, and this may sound really goofy or whatever, but at KQRS, when all of you people would come through and come into the studio, and that was just, my God, it was heaven. There's no question about that. It was. So thank you for that. All of the people, well, the bad ones, I guess I don't want to thank, but, you know, it all works out in the end. But
I always had fun because I could just sit and hang out. I mean, again, there are probably 5 to 10 stations left in the whole country where you can sit in for a whole show. You know, that's very rare. And I don't even understand. I guess most people, I can just add. I can be like a button-up producer presses, and then all of a sudden you have a a sound bite or a quick
need a drop right now.
Yeah, a drop. There you go. See,
exactly. Going all the way back, how old and who was it? First impression.
I mean, I think it was that Leno. I mean, first impression.
It was Leno all the way. Yeah.
I think it was that, but that was in college. I mean, in terms of freshman year in college, but probably before that would have been, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think like a famous person. It would have been Damon Wayans' characters probably in In Living Color.
Yeah. I love
that those types of things would be the famous people impressions that I probably did. I mean, although there was stuff in high school, I guess Ted Knight, Spalding, I want you in the golf course in 5 minutes, chop chop. Or the meanwhile back at the Hall of Justice. Those things I was doing in high school.
Yeah.
So there were little bits of those. I'm trying to think if there was. I mean, I was a catcher in baseball, so I guess there were some I was doing in high school. I just don't remember what I was doing. I guess when I was, that would have been it. Was the probably some of those. I can't remember. Oh, I walked around as Robin Williams. I worked at indoor baseball, softball place.
Oh yeah,
Mike Egan's Grand Slam. I was Mike Egan's Grand Slam, and I was handing out tokens as Robin Williams. Like, oh my gosh, it's $5 for $1. It's a treat. Here we go. You know, so those types of things. But I would talk to the batters and the ump as I was catching. Right, I was behind the plate, just trying to disrupt the focus of everybody. So there was a lot of that kind of stuff.
I do have to ask you, because I get asked this all the time, because I've been in radio now, I think 55 years off and on. There was a period when I just did voiceover in New York, and boy, that's gone now because AI took all of that away. That's kind of sad, actually, with all of those voices. Well, I should say most of the voices you hear on commercials now, they're not even a real person.
Well, that or they're people worth $50 million who want their $51st million. So
that's probably true.
I find that a lot, which I find very strange. It's like, why go make a $300 million movie? Stop wasting your time.
Something like that. But we only got a couple of minutes left with Frank, and I wanted to bring this up that at 15 years old at Cleveland Park, I'm listening to Sam Sherwood on KDWB, trying to find my brother who was in Vietnam at the time in the Marine Corps. And I was standing there at Cleveland Park, and I'm listening to this going, man, that's what I want to do. I want to go on the radio and interview people from around the world to do this, do that, or whatever thing. Was there one thing that really hit you and said, well, this is, I mean, you and I have pretty good lives, you have to admit. You're not going to admit it?
He's either very deep in thought or he's frozen.
He's frozen.
I think he is frozen up. Frozen Frankie, unfortunately. That's too bad.
About that one.
Oh, God, we only got like a couple of minutes left. I wish he hadn't frozen up. But
you might be able to see us. Frank, if you can see us, try leaving and coming back. That sometimes helps.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well,
I'm glad real quick he did the fire marshal bill. I saw somebody chimed in there on the fire marshal bill. That was the first impression I ever did in 1992 in high school. I was in theater.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do this character, and Fire Marshal Bull is what I grabbed onto, so it was fun seeing him do that. And I was going to ask him if we lost him for good, where is he performing? And is he in town?
I was actually about to ask
because I want to go see him. I've never seen him before.
You can't. It's sold out.
Is it really?
Yep. It's so he's at Acme.
I figured
tonight.
Are you sure he's at Acme? Because I'm looking at their calendar and I'm not seeing him.
Well, that's maybe.
If you just Google him, will it come up?
Is he coming up in the next week or two?
Probably got like a website. I would guess.
Yeah, I thought he said he was.
Let's see. Caliendo, where are you?
No, it would have been today. I think it was today. He's supposed to be at Acme.
Oh yeah, he is going to be at Acme.
Is that what it is?
There it is.
He's probably not on their calendar because he's sold out.
They just put it on there. November
4th. Yeah, because he is sold out.
Yeah, and there you go.
4th and the 5th. Oh,
he's coming back.
He is back. Yes, Frank.
That's a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Well, let's see if your video can load there.
Oh, I like the fact that it's sideways.
Now he's sideways.
I like that.
All right, wait.
There you go. There it is.
We're trying to figure out.
So what happened was the phone, because where I was parked, the phone was actually in the sun, and it overheated.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I've had that happen before.
No, we know you got to go in 120 seconds anyway. So I just I was talking about the fact that I've never really had a real job in my life. That I was either like a janitor, and then I started doing radio and voiceover. So, I mean, same situation with you. Did you ever have a job before you started entertaining?
Yeah, I mean, I worked at an indoor baseball, softball place, and I also worked at the grounds. I worked at the grounds crew at Westmore Country Club in Brookfield, Wisconsin. So I did that type of stuff. I never had like an office type of job. I don't think I would have survived. It would. And now,
probably not.
Now I never could have. I mean, there's no way. So
your phone is very unhappy with you right now, Frank.
I thought he was vomiting.
Do you have some gas, bro?
You probably can't hear it, but yes. Every so often, your voice drops about 3 octaves for about a tenth of a second.
Well,
maybe
that's right.
It's a new impression you're doing. I don't know.
Well, he's got to go now anyway. He's only got about 30 seconds left. But Frank,
so you will be at Acme, but you're all sold out, so it's irrelevant, right?
Yeah. No, don't even worry about it. Am I in normal voice mode right now, or am I down here?
You're fine.
About every 4th word drops down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
That's all right. No big deal. But Frank,
your phone's
seriously,
melted inside. Sorry.
I love the fact that I realized that I hadn't seen Frank in a long time, and I just had the same phone number that I had registered in my phone. So reaching out to you, Frank, I really, honest to God, I can't wait to see you in person again, because it's been a long time, and I appreciate your time this morning. It's just, I've always enjoyed your company and your friendship, pal.
Oh, great. And now I know to block your number. So
yeah, absolutely. No, just get out, and that's all there is to it. Well, thank you, sir. And, the next time you're in the same town I'm in, we should go out and have a little dinner or something, Pally.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks very much.
Go back, go. All right, guys.
Go back, go. Okay. Thanks, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
See you guys. Thanks.
Yep.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Caliendo, one of the nicest men you'd ever, as talented as he is.
All right, hold on, let me kick him from the studio before you start talking, saying anything too nice about him.
I'm being nice. Yeah, I can't be too nice to him. Yeah, that's right. Very good.
Now you can. He's gone.
Oh, now he's gone. But no, I mean, he's one of the nicest people. He's supremely talented. I mean, there's no question about that. Just the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. He's always been, but when I made that switch, all of these people were told, the comedians and the actors and all that, were told that I retired, which has made it a lot harder.
Wow.
I'm going to have to reach out to everybody individually and get it done. That's what I did with him. So yeah, if you got some people that you'd like to hear on the show, let me know, and I'll start reaching out to people again. But literally, I would say 90% of people think that I just retired because that's what they heard. Unfortunately. All right, any closing words from you bums?
I promise I won't say go Pack go again.
No more rage baiting on our show.
I don't believe you at all.
Yeah, there you go.
You can say it on the chat.
All right.
This is the last Jack's Cafe giveaway. So on the 10th, we're going to be doing the final drawing. There's already a bunch of people trying to get in there because they've only got one more shot. So x.com/Tom Bernard Show. Comment under it for your chance to win the $100 gift card. If you are one of the lucky people who managed to get a ticket to see Frank, you can check out our store on our website, our merch store. Get one of those T-shirts that Charlie had that got Kostaki's attention. Maybe you can get a picture with Frank after with
there you go.
That one.
There you
Maybe he'll notice you.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
All right, that's everything. Any closing words?
Is there anything else? I can't think of anything.
Remember the Officer Dave deep breathing.
Box
breathing between and the next time we're back here. Just remember when you think that the world's on fire and everyone hates each other and your head's going to explode. Think of us and do some never remember what to call it. What is it?
Box breathing.
I'm terrible with names of things.
Yes,
I know. I can tell you how to do it. What's it called? Ask him.
Or if you are under 6 years old, if you feel so mad, like you're going to roar, take a deep breath and count to 4.
Aww, that's a good one.
Or you can say, boy, look at the time. All right, fellas, we'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.
All right, take care. See ya.
Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking.